Thank you.
Obviously, we're excited about being back on the grass, and guys have had some time off. There was a lot of energy in practice today, which is good. We'll kind of do the same practice again tomorrow, and then we'll kind of get into Wisconsin as the week carries on. But I thought it was very important for us to just come back and kind of look at ourselves offensively and defensively. We're excited about the opportunity to play in a bowl game, obviously, and to play a quality opponent like Wisconsin, very well coached, very physical football team on all three phases of football. And so it'll be a big test for us. But I think our players are excited about having the opportunity to play.
Can you tell us who all has opted out? Who are you expecting not to play?
A couple guys. Obviously, our two corners, Chase and Jack, have opted out. Rashad obviously has opted out. Other than that, I want to say that's it thus far. So that's a good thing. But we anticipated that. I anticipated that. We had talks before when the season had ended that this could happen, and some young guys are going to play now. No different than our last game of the season. We had a bunch of young guys in there, so that's kind of a good thing. But those guys, when you think about those three players, they've done a lot to get us in this position. And Chase, I had a good talk with him, and I said, look, I've been here for 4 years, and you've really helped this program tremendously, and just appreciate what you've done to this program and how you've helped us all. So it's all good.
What about Darian Butler?
Darian Butler is practicing. He is slotted to play, so he should be ready to play.
Coach, since we last talked to you, Jaden Daniels has announced that he will return. Just what does that mean for the program?
Well, it's kind of funny that he was going to return. He was never leaving. So I don't know why all this became a story. It was like we sat in my office and laughed. So I guess he made an announcement he's coming back, but he was never leaving. So I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, it's great. I mean, we want him to come back, and that helps when you have a quarterback of his stature. And I think when he looks at his season this year, obviously he wants to do some things a little bit better, and we got to help him do that. And I like his attitude. I like his mindset right now. It's always good when you have a veteran quarterback coming back. That's always a good feeling for the coach.
What about your decision to come back?
Yeah, that was anticipated as well.
What did that do for you?
That's obviously one of the better defensive players on our football team. To have him back inside, that helps us a lot. There's a few more guys that when you look at them, there's a couple other guys that are going to come back. They might not be the big names, Jermaine, or all of a sudden Jaden's on that list, but it's kind of fun when these guys come up to you and say, Coach, I'm coming back. So
with Rashad not playing and Chip's decision, does that mean Daniel's going to get a majority of the carries?
Yeah, Nagata will get some, and we'll figure that all out. We'll game plan what we need to do, but we anticipated that White would be gone. If Chip decides to leave and go somewhere, we thank him for everything he's done for the program. We wish him a lot of success.
Is that still a possibility that he might not leave then?
Well, until he's gone somewhere else. You never know. All this portal stuff's interesting. It's very interesting now. It's changed college football. It's about 6,000 kids in the portal as I speak. And I know for the last 2 weeks, AP and myself, along with Ryan, Matt, and JJ, we've been locked in that room for about 8-9 hours, early in the morning until the evening, looking at portal guys and mid transfers. And we've collected some good players. So it'll be interesting when they all get here.
Do you have an idea of how many that you might end up taking from the transfer portal?
Anywhere 10 or more.
What do these bowl games mean when these key players are opting out? What does it mean to the team?
Well, I think it's become a part of it now. You see a lot of these guys opting out not to play in bowl games. And when I first got here, we talked about it with some of the guys who decided not to. So, you want them to play, but a lot of these guys are going to prepare themselves for the draft, and I understand that. I don't look at it like it's a business decision you got to make, and that's fine.
Going obviously tomorrow is signing day, early signing day. We talked about the portal. How important is it for you guys to do well in that, given the fact that the high school signing class is going to be a small one?
It's good, you know, but I think it's changed now. The portal's actually hurt high school football. Because if you think about it, let's just say, and I'm just saying for an average, if every team goes into the portal and gets 5 guys, that's 5 scholarships that go to a high school player, right? That's no longer the case. When you look at us, we're going to do more than 5 because we've lost a lot of seniors. We need some players at certain positions that have experience and leadership. So I think everyone looks at the portal a little bit different. We're in a spot right now where we look at it, and you know, when these guys obviously get here, and I want to say out of the 10 or 14 guys, I think 10 of them will be mid-year guys right now. And the portal's going to be open again once the bowl game's end. There's going to be another set of players that go in there. After spring football, there's going to be some more players that go in the portal. So you understand that, and I think that's the part of doing business now in college football. And if you're us, and you look at us and what we're trying to get, we need some veterans at certain positions, and we've got access to those guys. And if we can make it work, we're going to go in that direction.
So you're not necessarily worried that the high school signing class you're going to have is going to be smaller than
No, I'm not
most?
worried about that. You know, you know, signing day is always big in college football, and the fact that how many 5-star, 4-star, and you know, it all sends a buzz. But I think where we're at right now, we understand our team, and we're going to sign high school players. It's just, make no mistake of that. But there's certain positions where we need some veteran guys, and we know that, and we got to go out and get those guys. We need guys that can come in and play. It's no different than NFL free agency. You lose some players, obviously, because of contract or whatever, it expires, you go into free agency, and you look for guys. That's what the portal has become in college football, and everybody's dealing with it. You can see it all over the country. It's amazing how many names go in there. It's just every day you go, what, another guy? And so you have to do your due diligence, find out the guys that fit, that will help your program at certain positions, and you got to go after them.
At what positions do you feel the most immediate need?
Always linemen. There's always linemen. You know, you always look for linemen, offensively and defensively. We ended up getting a couple big-time tight ends that we like. But then there's other positions. The hardest thing about the portal is this: they can't sign a letter. It's a handshake, right? And so you got to keep recruiting them until they decide to enroll in school, and that's when you know you got them, right? So with that being said, you just have to wait. It's a gentleman's agreement for the most part with a lot of these guys. I don't want to mention who they are until they obviously enroll in school. And in the spring, our team will look a little bit different. It'll look a lot different, to be quite honest. So it'll be interesting to see.
You have you promoted 3 guys to interim positions. Will you retain those and keep them more of a permanent?
Well, we don't know. You know, like I said, we're still under review, so we'll see where that heads. But the guys that were put in those positions have done a wonderful job. I think this whole staff has done a really nice job going through the season. And there's been some bumps in the road. I give the coaching staff a lot of credit, and I give the players a lot of credit. There was a lot of noise, and it's kind of not noisy anymore right now, right? It's kind of interesting, but the players dealt with it, the coaches dealt with it, the administration dealt with it, I think in a fine manner, and we're headed in a direction now. We're preparing for this bowl game, and then the high school signings are coming up, along with what I call free agency, the portal. It's a wonderful thing. I'll tell you what, it's amazing how many kids you see in there, and it's just, you shake your head, and you go, wow. There's not 6,000 scholarships. I don't know where all these guys are going to go. I really don't. You know, and it's tough. And you can find some players that can come in and help you. You know, and if we get the guys that we've had handshakes with, we'll be improved.
Do you have a time frame for when you expect an answer on the review?
No, I don't. No, I'm just coaching the football team. I don't worry about that. From the beginning, I just coach the team. And that's what we do. We get prepared to play. We're prepared to play Wisconsin.
Do you anticipate that everyone who is in the bowl, who has remaining eligibility, will return next season?
Yes.
So guys like Merlin Robertson, et cetera, who are out here would be included in that?
Last time I checked. So it'd be kind of fun getting a lot of those guys back, which is good. I mean, that's good. You know, it's anytime you get some veterans guys back that feel like they might not have had the year they wanted, they have an option to come back. A lot of these guys will come back, which is good.
Donovan status, he might not play in the bowl game.
Donovan West?
Yeah, I heard. Is that
Yeah, no, he's not. He got surgery on his thumb.
And so what the center position, is that Ben Scott?
Yeah,
or
it's
is that-
Ben right now.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I think that's his natural position, actually, at center. So we'll see. Yeah, he's going to play there. He's excited about to have an opportunity to play there. So we'll be fine. We'll be okay. We can handle it.
How do all the new faces playing for you, starting for you, how does that affect you competitively in the bowl game?
Well, I mean, look, when you lose starters, there's a reason the guys are starters because they're good players, right? And so, but I think everyone's going to deal with that a little bit in bowl games. It's just that's part of it, you know. And we've dealt with that we've played. This is our third bowl game. Every bowl game, we've lost players. I mean, N'Keal Henry didn't play. Benjamin didn't play. Brandon Ayuk didn't play. Right? I mean, there's guys that haven't played in these bowl games. I mean, 2 of them are first-round draft choices. And you go, they're not going to play. And we get it. And they come on Wednesday generally, and they're with the team, and they have put their coaching hat on Thursday, and they rode up down the sideline, and they're like, they pep everybody up. And it's all good. We get that. It's not a problem.
How about the game itself? What kind of options does Wisconsin?
They're big, they're strong, they're physical, and all 3 phases of it really well coached, very disciplined, outstanding defense. Average only giving up about 16 points a game. You don't score a lot of points on these guys. They run the football. They have young back, outstanding football player. Run. Quarterback is very, very good in the fact that he manages the game for them. They do a nice job of defensively of not allowing big explosive plays. Right? Hard to run the ball on. They're only giving up 60 yards a game, against the run. So, well-coached football team and very physical. And reminds us a little bit of the Michigan State team a little bit with the physicality of it all in all 3 phases. So we got to get prepared to play a big-time football game.
Very good.
Good.